Hi everybody, my name is Petito. I'm a Houston-based guitar player, member of the Houston Jazz Orchestra, as well as many other groups in town. I also teach guitar and rhythm section class at HSPVA, and I'm going to offer you some tips and tricks for the 3 jazz guitar all-state etudes this year. So, Guitar Etude number 3, written by Evan Oxenhandler from Dallas. I wrote the first 2, and Evan wrote this last one. It's not based off of any specific tune. It's just basically like a C minor to F dominant funk vamp. Think, John Scofield, Robin Ford, the Yellow Jackets, 70s Herbie Hancock kind of vibe. So it's a, listen to some of that sort of thing, just to get, that sort of idea in your head of how to play this. Like eighth notes, that can be challenging for guitar students just starting out to read. 16th notes are twice as hard. So definitely, if you're not a strong reader, if you're new to reading, you might be able to play this a lot easier than you think. It just looks harder. So once again, sing the rhythms. Just sit there. Don't even pick up your guitar until you can sing this rhythm all the way through without even thinking about it, even without even have it memorized. And then you just plug in the notes. Once again, just like the first etude or the second one. And I think that really, speeds up the process rather than trying to just sit there and pick out each note as you're going. Start with the rhythm and then plug in the notes. This one, the first 4 measures, it falls right into the C minor pentatonic scale. There's other notes that are in there that are in the melody that are not part of that scale, but it all falls in that shape. So like, it's all right there. And you kind of want to either play it short with like with your left hand stopping each note, pulling your hand off to get a staccato sound, or you can palm it with your right hand, kind of like a rhythm. It's almost more like a rhythm line than it is a lead line. So like, so nice and short, and make it groove and sit in the pocket. Probably a little less reverb and things like that. But listen to that kind of style of music, and I think you'll probably pick it up. There's 3 measures of the F13. I would play some time over that, just some funk. Something like that, just because you're playing a lot of lines before that. So comp for those 3 measures over the F13, and then maybe like a little line over the last measure there, the D half diminished to the G altered. So like the bridge could be something like this. Something like that. And it sounds like it would like in a song like that. That kind of makes sense. So, and I think a lot of you guys probably have played this kind of music before, so I think you'll get it maybe a little bit better than you'll get that you've probably gotten maybe the ballad or the bebop etude, because a lot of guys listen to this kind of music before they listen to actual straight ahead jazz. The last 4 measures, kind of the same. The first 2 measures of the last section, same as the first section. So on the last 2 measures, you want to shift down a little bit. So you could do the first figure, but then you start working your way down. So the last part. And the reason for that to me is when you play the last 2 figures, the bar chords, the power chords, it sounds a little bit brighter playing them off of the A string here, as opposed to it's maybe a little too beefy off of the E string. So I'm kind of working my way down the fretboard on that last line. Just in anticipation of getting those chords there, just so they sound a little bit cleaner rather than a little too rock, I guess. But other than that, I think it's pretty manageable. And if you sing the rhythms first, you see that everything more or less falls in that minor pentatonic shape. The other thing is right before the bridge, where measure 5, you're supposed to play an octave up. Play it bluesy. Play that part a little bit more expressively. So like, a little bit of vibrato. It's a little bit of stank on it, really. Just, play it bluesy. Make it sound like music. That's kind of the hard part, especially with guitar, is, you want to read something as close to how you would actually play it. So if you played something like this, right, that would sound like music, rather than if you were reading it, it's going to kind of make you play it a little stiffer. So put some time into that little section to try to play it, as expressively, because it's kind of the lead line rather than the first 4 measures being more almost like a rhythm part. Good luck on working all 3 of these. Take your time. Once again, step by step. Go nice and slow. You got all summer to work on it. Hope everyone does a great job, and good luck on the All-State competition.